Hi guys! Yesterday we learned how to read a picture graph. A picture graph shows data using pictures or symbols. A picture graph uses a key to show what each picture or symbol stands for, as well as how many. Remember how important it is to pay attention to that key. Today we are going to take some data from a picture to create a tally chart and a picture graph. So we're going to look at this picture of all these animals at the pond. Okay, so look at that picture. Pause the video and think about the different animals that you see in the picture. Okay, we're going to create a tally chart of the different animals. So here is our tally chart right here. Don't worry about this part yet. We're looking up here. We're going to make a tally chart. So we're going to find how many frogs there are first. So we're going to go back to our picture. Think about how many frogs you see in the picture. I see 2. So I am going to tally 1, tally 2. That's how many frogs are in my picture. I'm going to go back and I'm going to look for ducklings. Remember, ducklings are the baby ducks. I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm going to go back to my tally chart. Tally 1, 2, 3, 4, tally up 5. Now I'm going to find the ducks. How many ducks do we see? I see 1 mama duck right there. So I'm just going to tally 1. Next is dragonflies. How many dragonflies do we see? I see 1 right in the middle of the page. So we're going to tally 1. Ladybugs is next. They're kind of hard to see. Think about what color ladybugs are. I see 1, 2. We're going to tally 2. Tally 1, tally 2. Rocks. Think about what color rocks are. Some of them are kind of hard to see. I'm going to start back here with the harder ones to see. I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 rocks. Okay, now I don't have a lot of space here. Let's see if I can do this. Tally 1, 2, 3, 4. Tally up 5, 6, 7. Now we're going to look for deer. It's the last one. I see 2 deer back there. One's laying this way and one's laying right next to it. Tally 2. 1, 2. Okay, so we made a tally chart to figure out the total number of each item in the picture. Now we're going to create a picture graph down here. And I'm going to use a thinner marker. So hopefully it works a little better. 1 smiley face equals 1 animal. So this picture graph is going to be a little bit easier because it's just 1 for 1. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. Frogs. How many are we going to need for frogs? That's right. 2. 1, 2. Ducklings. I see 5. 1. It's a little hard to write like this. 2, 3, 4, 5. Next is ducks. There's just 1. That one's pretty easy. Dragonflies. Oh, there's just one of those too. That one's pretty easy too. Ladybugs. I have 2 ladybugs. 1, 2 rocks. Now, as I was doing the ducklings, I realized something. I missed an extra spot over here for my chart when I made it. I did not make it big enough. So I'm just going to go in and fix that really quick. These are sloppy lines. Sorry, guys. It's really hard to draw with my fingers like this. Okay, so now we're at rocks. Rocks. How many rocks did we have? 5, 6, 7 rocks. Oh, this is going to take me a minute. That was not a good smiley face, huh? It's really hard to draw with this, like this. How many do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Deer. There's only 2 deer. 1, 2. Okay, so now we have our picture graph and our tally chart. I'm going to ask you a couple questions. This is what's really important to know, is to be able to answer questions after we do our tally chart. Okay, so which one has the most? Pause the video. Which one has the most? That's right. Looking at our graph, we can see that this has the most smiley faces. So rocks has the most. Which one has the least? This one's a little tricky. Which one has the least? Pause the video. That's right. Ducks and dragonflies both only have 1. So they both have the least. It's the smallest. Remember, least is the smallest. Okay, how many more ducklings are there than frogs? How many more ducklings are there than frogs? So to answer this question, I'm going to look at ducklings and I'm going to look at frogs. So ducklings and frogs have the same right here. So how many more ducklings are there? 1, 2, 3. Or we could have looked and said, okay, I have 5 ducklings and I have 2 frogs. 5 minus 2. 5 minus 2 is 1, 2, 3. How many more rocks than dragonflies? Pause the video. How many more rocks than dragonflies? Right, there are 7 rocks and 1 dragonfly. So that equals 6. Different question. How many fewer ladybugs than ducklings? This one's a little bit harder. When it says how many fewer, we know we're still going to have to minus, but it starts with the smaller number. How many fewer ladybugs are there than ducklings? Well, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ducklings, and there's 1, 2 ladybugs. It's a lot like this one. 5 minus 2, because there were 5 ducklings and 2 ladybugs. So what did that one equal before? Pause the video. 5 minus 2 equals 3. There are 3 fewer ladybugs than ducklings. Last type of question I'm going to ask you. This one wants you to combine them. When you combine numbers, you're going to add them. When we combine, we add. So, how many frogs and ducklings combined? How many frogs and ducklings combined? Frogs is 2, and ducklings is 5. Pause the video. Right, there are 7 frogs and ducklings combined. So this is how we answer questions using our picture graph. So that's what you are going to do today. Here is the worksheet you're going to do today, lesson 13.4. Okay, so you are going to create your picture graph just like I did earlier. How many lettuce are there? So here's a diamond. The diamond's a little bit tricky to draw. If you choose to draw a circle, that's probably a little bit easier. Go ahead and do that. Lettuce, carrots, flowers, fences, butterflies, and apple trees. And then you have to answer these questions down here. There will be a video with these questions for you to listen to if you have trouble.